don't know how I didn't lose this one. Mhm. Oh man, I should have turned that light on up there. Hang on a second. Look out, Gingy. Look out. Look out, baby. Mama's putting the chair up. Hey, Christy. Hmm. How are you tonight? I tried to click on this and open it, and it just kept on buffering, so I came in here and opened it. I went out and came back in and opened it. And of course, now I got the lights on. I know, I had to turn on the air. I just couldn't stand it anymore. I just had to today. Hey, Barb. So, y'all, I hope you pray for me because this subject is very touchy with a lot of people, and I hope that I don't offend anybody by what I have to say, but I really need to talk about this. I wish I had gotten me a paper towel. I think I'm going to run and get one before everybody gets on here so that I don't have. Wait a minute. I got me a paper towel. What am I talking about? I don't have to get up. I get a tickle every once in a while and I can't stop with my nose. Oh, thank you, Barb. Hey, Susan. So I asked Teresa to pray for me too. She's at church. She's probably getting out about right now. And I asked her to pray for me too because I know sometimes this particular subject, hey Diane, um, is very touchy with some people. But I just feel the need to talk about this tonight. I want to go ahead and jump right in there and talk about it. Well, the first time this arose and I got upset about it was a commercial that was put on when Ashley was about. It was, I'm sure it was out there before then, but she was about. I think she was about 10, maybe. And hey, Julie. Thank you, Diane. You're always in my prayers too, babe. I hope you're feeling better, by the way. Thank you, Teresa, and still be praying because I'm hitting on this subject right away because I want to get it out of the way so I can talk about some other things. But this is really heavy on my heart. We try to protect our children. Some folks homeschool their kids, and some folks, like my kids and myself, send our children to Christian school. But sometimes there's things that we cannot protect them from. And one of the things that we can't protect them from is hearing things that puts them. I was telling Teresa, I think that um, it conditions our children to think that there's nothing wrong with bad behavior. Hey, Steph. Um, and this is kind of a weird subject now. My Ashley was very young. I think she is about 10, maybe 11. And a commercial came on TV, and she believed that it was for Tylenol. She thought it was Tylenol. So she got that commercial in her head. And I don't remember who she was asking at the moment. I don't remember if it was Linda or if she was asking me. But she asked her for a medication that starts with a V, and we all know what it is for ED. Um, and I don't want to go into all that kind of nonsense, but I had to immediately stop what I was doing to explain to my child what that medication was for, and that it was a medication for an adult. I mean, not exactly what it was for, but that it was a medication for an adult. Okay? So through the years, we have laughed about this because I said to her, I said, now that you know what that's for, can you imagine if you walked up to Pastor and said, hey, Pastor, do you want any? If he said he had a headache? So it's been a joke in our family, a little bit. But it really conditions us to say that's okay. When I was a kid, and Steph can attest to this because we grew up in the same neighborhood right down the street. Um, when we were really young, the Fruit of the Looms or something like that, there was a big scandal because they came on and showed men in their boxers or their briefs. I can't remember what it was. And it was a big thing. But now the commercials are showing women in lingerie and men in Speedos. And I mean, it's just like conditioning them to say that that's okay. And so, and those are not really, really bad things, but I'm just saying that it really isn't right for kids to see that kind of stuff. Um, I'm looking forward to our next outing too, Diane. Um, and that will be Monday, I believe. So, the other day, I was appalled. I was sitting here with David, and he was sitting over here next to me. And another thing came on commercial about something happening to men and having to need a pill for that, and I'm like, I would not want to be my children's parents at this day and time, because how do you explain this crap to a 5-year-old who's hearing it all the time? They don't know what that means. Why in the world are they allowed to put that crap on TV? I don't get it. And I know it's just a constant thingy where it just keeps on going more and more and more and more. But I was taught, well, weird, I guess. My grandma raised me pretty much. Mom worked all the time, and she was old school. I mean, really old school. She even whipped the neighborhood kids. I mean, there was a vet here that lost his license for prescribing that med supposedly to a dog. Oh my goodness. It's sad what this world is becoming. Yes, I know. I don't understand it. And I didn't want to get into no wacko topics and get all that crazy stuff, but I'm just like, I wanted you guys to think about, because mostly everybody on here, I don't think anybody on here is younger than 45 maybe. And I know that we have witnessed the whole world change. So I'm just thinking, what are have y'all thought about this, or what your grandkids are going through and what they're being taught? I know that we've gone from an age of, I mean, I've watched myself. Now, I know that Walt, being 99, he's watched a whole lot of things going from one to the other. And I've watched from using rotary dial phones to cell phones and computers and analog computers up to these kind of computers, and from um, ovens to toaster ovens, then to microwaves, and now to fryers. I mean all kinds of weird gadgets that we're constantly going through. But I'm all worked. I've been all worked up ever since that commercial came on, and I was literally embarrassed sitting here with David, and he probably didn't even. I don't know if he even knew it came on or not. I don't, I mean, but I'm like, my grandkids ask questions. And when I record all my shows, so I fast forward through everything, so I don't have to watch commercials. But I'm still like shaking my head, shaking my head. They call it programming for many reasons. Yep, we really try to be careful what my grandgirl watches, but as she gets older, it's harder. Mine started when Evelyn came out. Mom, what? Gaming. Yeah. And, I believe that if you choose to be something, that is your business, but don't push it on my child. Don't push it on my grandbaby. I have a lot of I have a lot of friends that have different beliefs, and they pretty much know me. I'm pretty outspoken. I'm gonna love you no matter what you are or who you are. Um, I don't want to go into any details, but I just think that God loves everybody, but I'm really worried about this country. I'm really, really worried about our country. And it can't keep going on like this. I believe in my heart that God is coming back soon. I do too, Julie. And I would probably, I mean, I could probably lose friends, but I would hope that they understand my point of view too. That this crap should not be on our TV involving our children. And it's, like, I mean, y'all know I ain't trying to say that I'm some big old Christian and I believe this and I believe that. I'm just saying what I know scripturally is one thing, and that's the way I try to stand my life around. It's amazing that Fuji has. Oh, David, don't even put that crap up here, please. I love you, but don't. I saw that too, but that'll get me in trouble. Um, I don't know what I was saying now. That's right, it does, Susan. It does. And I don't know if y'all have ever read. I think I talked about this on another one of my live streams. I don't know if y'all have ever read the Left Behind series. That series came out in the early '60s, I believe. I haven't looked, but I believe it was in the early '60s, maybe late '60s. I think it was the '60s it came out. Um, and it talked about things, and it it's a fictional story that goes through and um kind of had a modern twist to what reality will be like when Jesus comes back, right? So it's kind of bizarre that the things that were taking place in this series of books were not, some of the technology had never been uh, invented yet during that time. Can you guys imagine? I'm just like, whoa. If you think back, Lucy wore pajamas and slept in a twin bed, and it's a huge change. Oh yeah, yeah, and they're having sex. They're literally having sex on TV all the time. And I'm like, okay, back in my day when I was a teenager, I don't want to say channel names because that would probably get me slapped on the wrist or something like that. But they had specific channels that did R-rated movies or X-rated movies and stuff like that, right? And you never seen anybody really going at it or anything, and now that's all there is. If you think, oh, I read that. I'm called to love everyone, but I am also to hate sin. That's right. That's right. True, Barb. I'm doing a quick check-in. Hey, Linda. We're talking about some heavy duty stuff here tonight. I've never done this before. Never put my feelings out there, really. I mean, you have to really know me closely to know how I really feel about some things. Um, but I'm just mainly what made me get on this subject was the commercials that they're putting up that are dealing with sexual matters that children are listening to, and all the sex that's on TV now. I mean, it's everywhere. Hey, Brenda. I am late. Had to help Paul move the chicken coop and pit animals up for the night. A lot of tunes are not safe for our children these days. Well, David, I said they wasn't safe for our children. I wouldn't let our children watch them. And they used to go over to Grandma's house to watch them because Grandma didn't know better. There's a particular person that was on back then that I did not like the way he acted, and come to find out he ended up being a bad guy. And he was one of the famous guys that was with children all the time. So I don't know. I don't even know why I got off on this, but I just had to come and check with you guys and see how y'all felt. And do you protect your grandkids like I do mine? David, please don't do that. You know better. I'm going to beat your butt. I agree with everything you are saying. Oh, thanks, Diane. What is filth? Yep. Yes, true, Julie. So now that I've done off my rant, now let's talk about the homesteading stuff. David came up here. What day was it, babe? The day before yesterday, or was it yesterday? No, it was the day before yesterday, wasn't it? And we went into the beehive. I wanted to go in the beehive. I wanted to get some honey. Well, them girls ain't capping it for some reason. They cap in the top of the frames, but not all of them. So if you guys seen the video today, that is where they I think I showed a couple of clips of us, because I didn't get any real. It was Monday, yep. The day before yesterday. Sorry, excuse me. So I didn't get a whole lot of honey in there. I didn't get any honey that I could spend. I could have spent it, but it wasn't capped yet, and I don't think it's fully processed with the bees until it's capped. But I could be wrong. I need to talk to Roy about that. But I want to show you what was in the lid. This right here was in the top of the lid, and I picked it up and brought it in. And I moved it. I got it on the outside, I think. Man, that's good. I took the cone out of because for some reason they started building a cone on the top of the lid. Freaky. Why did they do that? I don't know. Great. Now I got honey all over my hands. So I want you to know, I want to go back in there and get the rest of those. That's not capped, because that is the best honey I have ever tasted. I thought my honey was good last time we pulled it. But this, man, oh man, that is good. Thank you, Brenda. It's hard these days. The world is being turned upside down. Up is down, left is right. Boys are good. Yep. I'm about ready to just give up my TV. I can't find anything to watch most of the time. Aggravating as it is, I can look for the things I want to watch on TV, on YouTube. Yes, Linda, and I've started watching YouTube because I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with watching cop shows and cops and robbers and stuff like that. I want to. I don't know why. I get drawn to these NCISs and all that kind of stuff. And I was talking to my neighbor, and I said, I'm about ready to get rid of the TV because I'm finding myself drawn to these things that I probably shouldn't be watching anyways. I don't have a TV hooked up. I used to have one for movies for Cindy. Ah, now see, I just bought when I went on my trip. I bought a DVD player thingy for the car for Lance so that he could watch. He watched. I swear he watched Milo and Otis 18 times. But he watched some little movies that I thought was okay. But and they used to get mad at me. I'm not going to say who got mad at me. It wasn't David, but it was somebody in my family got mad at me because I wouldn't let my kids watch Aladdin. I just said the name. Sorry. Hope I don't get in trouble with this one. I wouldn't let them watch that because the young man on there was how you say it? Protate. He was made to look like the hero, and he was nothing better than a thief. The same with the guy in the hood, Robin. Um, these were thieves. What is that teaching them that it's okay to steal and give to the rich? I mean, steal and give to the poor? I mean, that's not right. I have several friends like those bad boys and cop shows. Yeah. I can't sit down and watch TV, but I can turn it on for noise. Most of the time, I miss the entire movie. Me too, Diane. I go in there and start cooking and stuff like that. Forget all about it. Oh, and Brenda, I'm telling you, that child, he wants to watch that movie all the time. I'm going to have to get a second DVD of that movie just so that he has it. I do enjoy mysteries. I hate blood and guts and X-rated movies. Yeah. Hello, all. Hey, y'all. Hey, Henry, Leslie, Vermont. How are you today? I'm watching the Stanley Cup and Living Miracle. Far out. Cindy liked Sound of Music so much that the male head nurse at the hospital would sing to her. Oh, that's so precious. Look at the old nursery rhymes. Yeah. Far out. I'm glad you made it home, Teresa. I was praying for you earlier. Because I know you ain't liking to be out late like this. Well, I thought I was going to leave my water on while I was going through the live stream, but I decided to turn it off because I said, if I don't turn it off, I'm going to forget it on. I did my video earlier because I wanted to show y'all a few things. And I learned something. So y'all have to look at my video tomorrow to find out what I learned about the cardboard today. I won't be doing that no more. So I've got almost enough I think in the next few days I'll have plenty to make another cobbler for me and David. But I think I'm going to make it a bigger cobbler this time. And I think I'm going to add blueberries to it. That ought to taste really, really good. Let's see. My husband has antenna off and on. I haven't watched TV in a very long time. Yep. You know, David and I went for several years. We didn't even have a TV. Um, mostly, um, and that's another thing. Talking about things like that, these poor kids, they get to playing these games and these violent games and everything. They don't have it conditions their brain to have no consequences for their actions because they think it's all a game. And they may realize in real life that that shooting somebody is going to hurt them, but do they subconsciously really believe that they're going to die from that? Because they've been watching and playing all these things. Cool. I'm glad you're back, Susan. Do live. Other channel. Bad brother. Steph, are you still in here? I don't know if she's still down here or she went back up north again. So I'll ask her about that. Yes, we really have to monitor what they are watching. Yep. So I've got a lot of work done this week. It may not look like that to you guys because it's still a wreck around here. I mean, I have always got so much weeding and crap to do. Oh, that's something else I need to ask Steph. She used to be in lawn care. She would know what's the best kind of stuff to use. I have to call her. I know she works at night, so she might not be still on here. Let's see. Last thing I watched on TV was the weather during the tornado warning. Yep. Outside with the grandkids now. It's cooling down far out. I don't blame you, Teresa. We are in a valley in Wichita. It's 60-ish miles. Our reception isn't great. It isn't fun, cops and robbers and playing cowboys and Indians anymore. Everything is violence and young kids are addicted to the violent videos. Yeah, they are. They really are. Um, Unfortunately, most children run and rule the roost anymore. Yeah, because they are conditioned to know that their parents will get in trouble if they whoop their butts. Well, I got news for you. In this family, we whip their butts. We don't beat them. We don't leave marks on them. But if they do something, they have consequences. You had to be doing a great job. Looks so good, Kathy. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Susan. Hey, Linda. What's up, girlfriend? So, Diane, I didn't catch. Are you feeling better? I don't know if you put that up there or not. My youngest started hollering that when she was about 9, and I whooped her more and said it. I t- Ashley pulled that crap on me one time. I said, I'm going to beat your tail. I'm going to give you the phone and let you call them and let you tell them to come and get you because you ain't going to stay in this house no more if you ever think that they're going to save you from getting a whooping. Trying to, yeah, I can imagine. Uh, it's been crazy. I think the heat index here was 114 today, wasn't it, David? Isn't that what you told me? Uh, that happens, Teresa. I'm sorry to say. Yes, they did. And you know what, David? That's why we always got told that our children were really good when we took them anywhere. And still to this day, my son's got 4 kids. Him and his wife. Hey, Joy Blessed, how are you tonight? Um, my son's got 4 kids. He can take his kids into a restaurant. You won't hear them carrying on and getting loud. My daughter, Becky, Allure, and Lance, they are also well behaved because they know where the bathroom is. They started that crap when my oldest was a kid. He's 32. Um, and I know for a fact because I know for a fact that you can whip your children, but you can't leave bruises on them. I was told by a worker that. Yes, I am feeling much better and looking forward to our outing on Monday. Cool. Have you figured out what we're going to do? Are we going to the beach? I've been soaking all afternoon at Dollywood Splash Country on this hot day. Far out. That sounds like fun. My kids have all been to Dollywood, I think, except for me and David. I don't. David, have you ever been to Dollywood? I carry a 20-ounce water bottle with electrolytes so I can stay out more than 30 minutes, just long enough to put fresh water in for the animals. Wow. I handed Will the phone, told him to get an ambulance too, because I was going to show him what a good bloody whooping looks like. Good for you, Julie. My sister did that to my nephew too. God rest her soul. I don't know if she ever really whooped him because she got mad when David whooped him one time. Uh, I thought we were going to shop, but whatever you feel like, we can go shopping. I don't care. I need to get me some more tops. I'd like to go. What I'd really like to do. Well, we'll talk about that later. I'm like a squirrel. I threatened to throw my daughter in the river once, and she told her teacher and social worker come next day. Hello. Hey, Melanie, how are you? Call me when you are ready. Okay. Thank you, Diane. I don't know what happens to me when I get to laughing. I must pull up my nose or something other. It causes me to snort. It's really weird. Um, I'm dying to go plant shopping too, Diane. Do you like to do that? I'm trying to find a plant. Mine died back and I need another one really bad. And I can't find one around here. I'm not a big spanker, but when needed, oh yeah, yeah, and I agree with that. I don't think that I don't think that everything a child does uh, is something that requires a spanking. But I think that there are times when somebody's putting off fireworks. Um, when they push the limit or have done something really super bad, that it's required. Now, I will say, in our household, when you got in trouble, if my if my kids got in trouble at school and got a paddling at school, because back then they still paddled in our church school, they no longer do that. Um, they stopped doing that when Ashley was in school, and in fact, one time she was bad enough for them to call me and let me know how bad she was that I went up there and spanked her. So, but where was I going with this? Um, if my kids got a paddling at school, they got a paddling when they got home. And I know that sounds like double jeopardy, but they knew that there were things that they could get away with behind closed doors in our house that they were not allowed to do in public. And that is squabble and fight. My son was at school one day, and and I'm not bragging about the way we raised our kids or anything like that, but I'm just saying that sometimes there's circumstances when kids are made to understand that they will have repercussions by doing something. He could have literally beat the tar out of this kid that had started a fight with him and was hitting him. Instead of him hitting that kid back, my son wrapped his arms around him and held him and had one of the other kids go to the teacher and have the teacher come in, and that boy got expelled from school. And the dean said, if you'd have laid a hand on him back, you would have gotten expelled too. You're very lucky that you didn't hit him in school. We can do any type of shopping that you want to, but wherever we go, I'd like to go by a plant store and get a pineapple sage. I've been looking for one. I can't find one anywhere. And mine have all died, I think. I moved them and they keep on dying, so. But I'm going to plant it in the ground this time and let it get as big as it wants. I tried to send one to Teresa, and it died. I'd like to find some seeds for it too, but I can't find any seeds for it. I wish I had brought me some more tea in here. My oldest said she would call the abuse hotline when she was about 8 years old. I handed her the phone and told her, just remember, I have you till they get here. I will make you make it worth your while. Yep, that's right. Needless to say, she didn't. She didn't call them. Hmm. But you know what? They would try to get you for abuse if you said that nowadays to your children. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're really. I don't know. I told my son one time at Publix that the service desk was where he could exchange me for a new mommy. He apologized to me and he never forgot the service desk. That's too funny, Diane. Well, it's just like I can't even think right offhand which kid it was. One of the kids had stolen something. It was a candy bar or something like that. Mm. Maybe no, it wasn't a candy bar. That was a different time. Um, but I make them go back and return it. My sister had stolen some stuff, and I made her go back and return it. Y'all, I'm sure y'all have heard that story before. But my nephew was in the car with us one time, and my kids knew they weren't. I didn't allow gum was not allowed in my house. David would buy it for himself, but for my children, if I caught them, I whopped them. I whopped their butt really good because I did not want them chewing gum. It was just a thing that I have. I do not want them chewing gum because I didn't want them to lose their teeth. So they'd go over uh uh my in-laws' house, which was right around the block, and get gum and stuff like that. But my this one day, my my nephew had talked my youngest daughter into swiping this package of gum. Well, I knew there was more to it. So I marched her butt back in there and made her give it to the lady, and the girl at the thing says, "Oh, it's okay. I'll just put it back on the shelf." I said, "No, it's not okay. You let her know that could have put her behind in jail." It's like, it's okay. It ain't okay. My kids only threw a fit one time at Walmart. I threw myself on the floor and had a fit and embarrassed them so bad that they never did it again. I could see you doing that too, Brenda. You're a trip. I could see it. That is funny. Oh, I have visual of Brenda doing that. Yeah, I do too. I just sometimes sometimes I'm happy about the progress that our world has gotten in technology and stuff like that. because we can do stuff like this. Who would have ever thought that we could talk to each other and actually speak to one another um through this? I never dreamed of that. I mean, it was on the George Jetsons, or what is it, the Jetsons? George Jetson used to talk and stuff like that on a little TV thingy and stuff like that, but that was cartoons, right? Make believe. I never dreamed that would be ever really possible. Um, and you know, but the other things I just really kind of like, I have to shake my head. Okay, how is the Lord letting us keep doing these things? How is he how are we how is our country getting by with all the crud that is going on? And even and you know, there's channels like mine that are Christian based, that we believe in Christ and we believe in this stuff, but even our we have no control over our commercials that come on our on our channel. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the commercials that you see whenever you're playing my videos. I don't have any control over that. And I think that's really, really sad, because I I, I don't want somebody doing a I flipped on a channel today, and I know these people are believers, and I know I see them praying and I see them doing things, and they talk about God and everything like that. But one of the very first things that popped up there is this great big huge breasted woman, and she's flailing her boobs all over the place. Now, unless you have YouTube without commercials, even my grandkids, if they wanted to watch that family, which is a family show, they're still bombarded with those commercials, even on YouTube. That's what I'm trying to get at. We cannot get away from them. The kids go to the grocery store. What's playing on the thingy? What are they announcing? Some of the rock thingies around here, oh my word, the things that they say on there are unbelievable. Back in the day, if when I was growing up, if they had said what they say today on the air, they would have gotten their whole um station would have been pulled from broadcasting. It was illegal for them to say these things. I bet it did happen, Brenda. I could see you doing it. That was one of my favorite cartoons. The Jetsons. I didn't watch a whole lot of TV. I'm telling you, it was hard to keep me in the house. It's still hard to keep me inside the house. I don't want to be inside. I'd rather be outside, rumping and romping, even in the heat. That's the reason why you're not monetized, okay? And hey, I seen you did a video on Facebook. Did you not want to put that on your channel? Or did you put it on your channel? I meant to go look, and then I'm like spaced out somewhere. With the one with the ducks, that was so cute. You should put that on your videos. Although now they are put ads on everyone's video, whether you are monetized or not. Yeah, I didn't realize that until I saw somebody had video, and I'm like, they're only at 100 and something people. How could they have this? He's long suffering, so none perish. I think he is going to shake everything that can be shaken. Yep. But Julie, I just wonder, are they going to wake up and smell the coffee? Are they going to learn that they need the Lord? Or are they going to just keep on doing what they're doing? Um, and in other words, Kathy, we don't want an ED ad coming on before her video. That's right. I do not want that or any other sexual ads put on my thing. That would just, that would blow me away. I hope to God, I pray to God that they don't put any bad ads. See, I don't see the ads that they put on me. I didn't like being in the house either. Yeah, I just about gave up on putting anything on YouTube. Oh, okay. And medicine. Yep. How about the commercial with the girl shaving her bikini line for the world to see? I haven't seen that one, Melanie. I'm not, like I said, I don't watch, I fast forward through all that crap. I'm so I'm so bad. I just I just have this like I, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. I know that everybody has the right to their own thing, but I don't want to try to sit down and watch a show and see these kind of commercials when I know that the show is going to be decent. And even the ball games. We stopped watching ball games years ago because I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a ball game because of all the things that would go on during the half times and all that kind of stuff. You just saw that commercial a couple days ago? It's kind of shocking when you're not expecting it. I can imagine. Well, just like the one that talks about the man's privates. I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting here with a man. What if I was in a house full of people and we were trying to watch a ball game or something and that commercial came on? I would want to crawl underneath the desk or underneath the table or somewheres because I would be mortally embarrassed. I really would. I don't understand. And then you're looking at every guy in the thing, you're going, okay, how do you feel? Do you feel like somebody just ripped your clothes off in front of a bunch of women? Because that's where, you're, I don't know about you guys, but when somebody tells me a story, just like Brenda told her story about her throwing herself down on the floor, throwing a fit, I visualize this stuff. So it's very annoying to me. I think so too, Diane. I really believe so. And the more annoying they make it, I'd rather watch an annoying car salesman than to watch those nasty commercials about medications for different things. I've been shocked how guys talk to women they want to date now. I grew up You don't talk to a lady that way. That's right. What did I just walk into? Oh, Chuck. I'm on my high horse. I'm so angry right now about the commercials and the nasty things that they're putting across our TVs and letting our children hear and see. My daughter's boyfriend said, "Okay, I don't need to see that." I'm let's see. I'm going to get ready for bed. Good night, folks. All right, baby. I love you. Good night. You would think they would put commercials on Homestead channels that deal with farming and gardening. Yeah, Brenda, I would think so too. Instead of some big breasted woman who's flopping it all out there for a channel that you know is a homesteading channel and there's children going to be possibly watching this. I remember as a teenager being embarrassed watching some commercials while sitting with my boyfriend or parents. Yeah. And those were like, Diane, if you remember, those were like boys in Fruit of the Looms or briefs or something probably. You know? I just I, I got to shake my head and just in disbelief. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And that I don't think. I mean, I know that they need to sell things, but they don't have to sell things like that. You know, we're women. If we have a product that we need, we're going to talk to one another and say, "Hey, this is really good. You ought to try it." Um, we don't have to see it on TV. We do enough talking to each other to know what we like. Things are way worse now than and where most of the world is desensitized to it. Yeah, that's what I was trying. That's what you and I were talking about. The desensitizing. We have gone through life where we're constantly just, it's just rolling just a little bit at a time, little bit at a time, so that we keep going. Well, I was going to the right, I meant to the left. We're going to the left, to the left, to the left, just a little bit at a time. We're so far off track now, it's hard, it will be hard for our country to get pulled back to the right again. Let's see, I marked the ads as inappropriate and YouTube blocks them from me seeing them, Kathy. Oh, I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. I didn't know you could do that. So many girls don't want any man doing for them. They'll never rule me, won't let me be men. Yes, that's true. So true. Um, I told you guys this is going to be a touchy subject, and I need prayer for it. I'm glad you guys are seeing kind of like my view too. So, and it's that time I just need to ask for prayer requests. Anybody got any prayer requests? How's Jack doing, Linda? Stating a fact will get you politically flogged against almost anywhere. Yep, that's true. And this was really weird too. Yeah, I better not tell that. Are you still in here, Linda? Yeah, it doesn't stop me, Brenda, from speaking my mind. I know I'm not good about turning my head to this mess. I just can't. My mouth is not always controlled. Julie, I had to learn the hard way to bridle my mouth, and I still can't do it. My mouth gets me in more trouble than law allows. Good for you, me neither. I have small feet and a big mouth. I will never have a heart attack because I always have to speak my mind. That's funny, Diane. We have to speak up. If we all speak up and stand up for what for we are stronger. Yeah, but the thing about it, Teresa, how do we get that stuff off of our channels? They're not going to do that. They're going to tell us they can't do that. They just throw them commercials out there. They just hit, like, the computer does it for them or something. They don't put commercials in there for the channels, which I think is really sad. I keep buffering. Is it just me not whining? Just asking. Hey, Linda. Sorry I'm late. My neighbor brought kittens that lost their mama, so I have fosters at least overnight. Aw. How old are they, Linda? I guess Linda's not on here anymore. She can't tell me how Jack's doing, but I'm still going to pray for him. Last time we talked about him, he was in still in intensive care. So hopefully that they cleared up his problem and he'll be able to get home soon. We're not sure, 3 or 4 weeks, we think. Very young. It's clear here, Julie. Thanks. Prayers for Linda's Jack. Thank you. Okay. Teresa, how's your mom doing, by the way? Kathy, you are right about the commercials, but here you are speaking up, so at least you are doing your part. Commercials are according to what the viewers watch. Example, it's their interested based ads. It's not up to the YouTubers' interest based ads on your content. Hmm. I only buffered a little, but it's fine now. Doing your part. He's still in ICU, was better, but had to re-intubate and sedate him. Ah, you must have been on her live stream today. I couldn't get on her live stream. I had a really bad day with today. You know, I didn't go out there for 5 days, and I got really severely punished today, all day long. He was the nastiest that I've ever seen him today, and I let him know about it. And I'm really surprised that he didn't call me to apologize, but I'll get that tomorrow. And if I don't, I'm going to let him know he owes me an apology for the way he behaved today. My mom has had some really good days. Good. Brenda, anything special, Brenda? I know your health is always in my prayers, but I closed and here I am again. That's funny. Example, if a viewer watches certain things, YouTube places ads that advertise that content. A lot of my ads are family and faith content. They buy ads on my family friendly content. But I don't understand, Joy Bless, because um I don't know what my ads are. I've never seen any of my ads that I can remember right offhand. But this particular family is another homesteader and a faithful homesteader too. I was really surprised to see what I saw. That's so sad. I don't know how you handle all that you do, Kathy. Keeping you in my prayers as always, and for Walter. Thank you. At 99 years old, I have to keep reminding myself that he is just old, and it's very sad when you've made yourself unavailable for everybody in the world except for me. Is he feeling okay, Kathy? He may be acting out because of that. Yes, he feels fine. He's just jealous because I took some days off and stayed at home. I was going to go to a wedding in Mississippi, and if he'd known I was going out of town, he would have had a flipped. He would have flipped his gourd. But uh, I didn't tell him I was going out of town. I just told him I was going to go to a wedding on Saturday. But I didn't go to the wedding because of Ashley. And I did the responsible thing and stayed home and stayed, um, what do you call it, quarantined. I am blessed that my dad is 97 and he is still has an incredibly good memory and mind. Yeah, that's so cool, Diane. That it really is. And Walt's got a good memory and mind. Um, but he is very possessive over me. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. He did this to me years ago too. It's not anything new. He's just very jealous. He wants me not to ever take any time to myself. Oh, Christy, it is getting harder on us too. We'll say a special prayer for you. I'm afraid a lot of us will be right behind you, praying hugs. I missed something. Finances, Christy. Just for the viewers who sets it that way. If you want to see interspaced ads, you have to set the on your preferences. I'll have to figure this out. Then they should not place an ad you hate. Okay. He may be afraid of losing you. Yeah. Well, I had to set him straight today and tell him I would not come back if he didn't behave himself. Both my grandmas and my mom died from dementia. It is a very frustrating disease. Yeah, he don't got dementia. I mean, he I say he doesn't have dementia. He don't have dementia, but he tells me the same stories over and over again, which is strange. But he knows from day to day what's done and what's not done. YouTubers have no control over ads. Only viewers have control over their ads. You see by setting preferences to be interest-based ads. Okay, so that means because I have not set my preferences, I'm seeing ads on other people's things that are wrong. Is that what you're saying? I lost my folks a long time ago. They were older when they had me. Wow. Just a crank, demanding old man. Yep. Okay. Thanks for getting that to me. So let me go ahead and pray, and then we can continue to talk. I don't want to. I don't want to keep talking and forget to do this because that would just not be right for me. So, dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this time that we've got together. I pray, Lord, that you continue to heal Jack, get him out of the intensive care and off the intubation, off the ventilator, and bring his health back to perfect health, Lord. I also want to lift up Brenda. Her health has failed her so many times. Please lift her up and bring her back and make it easier for her to get around and do the things that she needs to do. And I just want to thank you for healing her from the cold and sickness that she's been in. And Lord, I want to lift up Christy. You know, you I've been after you to help her with her finances. Now, we're we're holding you to it. I want you to give her some money so that she can get done what she needs to get done, get moved. I hate to see her continue to be with that crazy woman next door and all that craziness going on around her and her property sitting there and her not being able to get her homestead set up and getting food on the table and chickens in the yard and all the things that she wants to do, Lord. I just lift her up and help her all that you can, Lord. She's done given all of her life to her sister and others, and it's time for her to take some time for herself and enjoy life and be able to homestead like her dream is. Fulfill her dreams and help her with that, Lord Jesus. And Lord, I just want to lift up Walt. Please help him with his orneriness and help him to come to appreciate his family and me and and uh and just be nice instead of so cantankerous. I hate to see somebody so intelligent be so foolish. So Lord, I pray, Lord, that you lift him up and straighten him out and get him on the right track. In your name, Jesus, amen. Hey Pam, what's up, girlfriend? Pam, is it as hot where you're at as it is here? I'm telling you, I think they said today was the hottest day in history. I think that's what I heard. I don't know if that was for here, though. It may have been for somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure. I just caught a glimpse of the news. Then, under the weather, started that new diet drug, Osm- Ozempic. Hmm. I keep praying for relief from the heat. Our heat index hit 104. Yeah, our heat index, I think David said it was 115, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he didn't say that. My brain, I got a little dementia, Alzheimer's going on here. Time for doggy walk. Thank you all for the conversation, love, and prayers. Be careful walking that dog this time of night, girlfriend. Take some mace or something with you. I would just like to let you all know how much I appreciate this opportunity for fellowship. Oh, thank you, Melanie. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me. Sorry, Brenda, I agree. Mine would be in hundreds. That would be too much. Yep. Was misdiagnosed for congestive heart failure. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. That is good news. Well, I hope that whatever they that you did have is better. Hey, Andel, how are you? How's it going, Ann? But remember, I have a pool, so when you're living in the pool in the backyard in the air conditioning, you don't notice it as much. Well, I don't run my air until it's at nighttime when I need to sleep, and I have run my air today. I got home today and I said, I just can't take it. I've got to turn the air on. My grandson can't be, he's a baby. He don't want to have to deal with that. After you sent preference after you set preferences to your interest-based ads, YouTube learns what you like and don't like, and and they start to show better ads for you. It may take a little bit to learn your likes. Okay, thank you. Our heat index was 106 today. I looked dangerous heat. Yep. Pensacola's was 106. Wow. I'm good. I'm good. And very good. We turned ours on too. I hate the bill, but it's dangerous. Yeah, my bill went up to $200 last month, and last year I know it was 300. It was over $300, and I like to die. Because how in the world are you supposed to pay that? I mean, I'm old. You ain't supposed to pay them kind of nasty bills, right? And those of you who came in late, check this out. David and I went into the beehive, and that's the honeycomb that we got out. I took it out of the bowl tonight and put it in here, and it is draining. I'm gonna pour that honey off, and I'm gonna squeeze those those that cone and get all the honey I can out of it. I got honey on the jar. I gotta wash that off. Isn't that beautiful? And that's the best honey I've ever tasted. I mean, it is so good. I thought my other honey was really good, but that's even better. I don't know what they're getting a hold of right now that's different, but buddy, I'm telling you, that is really tasty. Oh, okay. Um, Let me pray for that real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray, Lord, that Linda gets this teaching job that she's going to apply for. I pray that it is your will that she can get that and help her financially and all that kind of stuff. In your name, Jesus, amen. I had to give animals fresh water about 2 hours in the heat. Oh, Lord. It's called extremely large breast on the chest x-ray, and the technician had no right to diagnose congestive heart failure. It can only be diagnosed with an echocardiogram. echocardiogram. That's true. That is awesome, Linda. Oh, that's awesome. Honey. I, I'm I'm just answered prayer, isn't it, Pam? Answered prayer. That's all I can say. I'm trying to think. There was somebody. I want to say it was one of my um, mammograms that somebody made a comment about and scared the crap out of me. I ain't gonna sell you no honey. I'll send you some honey, Pam. I'll see if I have some left. I think I have. I think I have a jar left in there that I can send to you for great information. I'm gonna have to find out how to do that, Joy Blessed, because I never knew that about the ads, and I keep getting all these weird ads, and I'm like, I don't watch anybody but homesteading channels. Why is all these homesteading channels got all these freaky things on them? And sometimes my grandkids are sitting here watching with me. They love watching other homesteaders and what they're doing. Go figure. And I'm probably crazy for setting out a new garden, but I just had to. I couldn't stand the fact that all my stuff burnt up. I had to get out there and get it taken care of and get a new garden in. Yeah, if you don't allow interest based ads, YouTube puts any kind of ads out there. So where do you find that? How do you look that up? I mean, I don't understand. I'm not too bright on this stuff. How do I go in for that? Interest-based ads. My grandson loves Arms Family. LOL. I like them too, and I don't even watch it, but he does. I like them too. And they do pretty cool stuff down here in Florida too, Miss Teresa. Yes, now doctor wants me to get weight off and put me on a minimum on a medicine for anxiety. It is, and I should feel better and be happier. You'll you'll better and be healthier soon. Cool. Kathy, my daughter has was so amazed by your bananas. Girl, I'm telling you, I got 9 racks out there right now. And they are absolutely delicious. I can't wait to get one of them racks out. I've been craving bananas. I think it's in preferences somewhere in settings. Okay. I'll try to look it up. Will be forever indebted to you. I need some local honey. Yep. I'm really, 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 really saddened that my hive behind the little shed died, and I'm really scared that this one. Well, I say they died. They didn't die. Lord, get me right. My brain ain't working. Um, they left. They There was no dead bees there. They took off and left that box empty. No honey whatsoever. Um, and then the wax moss took over the box. So, but I'm wanting, I want to, I want to set up at least two more hive, two more hives because I use a lot of honey. I use honey in my tea every single day, and I use probably about a tablespoon to make a glass of tea. Now, if I make sweet tea, I just use sugar. But um, that Earl Grey tea that I drink, I use a tablespoon of honey every day in it, and then I make it. I make the tea, and then I put the tablespoon of honey in there, mix it up real good, and then I put ice in it, and it melts the ice down, and it's perfect. Oh, thank you so much, Anne. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. I got seeds for bell pepper, all pepper plants. I'm going to grow my own bell peppers and cook them down, then down to pepper jelly and pepper jelly barbecue sauce and make it also sugar free. Cool. That's a great thing. You can always search YouTube for how to change settings for interest based ads. Okay. I'm sure a tutorial will pop up. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of this because I will never remember that. Sorry, guys. That way I know what to look for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You just don't know how much I appreciate that. It's hard making it in this world today. And now that they've got all this craziness going on, I'm really, really thankful. Um, that I don't have to worry about the groceries or anything like that. Y'all know I have groceries. Um, but I still will have to buy things as I go. I have to replenish the stock that I have, and I just don't know how. I just can't imagine. We have so many elderly folks that live on $700 a month for Social Security. That's crazy. That is totally crazy. I just don't understand how in the world uh, we're supposed to survive. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, it's getting to be about that time, guys. I can't get over some of these prices. I bought a jar of mayo the other day and it was $4.22. I know, that's crazy. And you know what's really funny? I got a jar of mayonnaise that was outdated when I was up in Kentucky. That was a great big huge jar. And I opened it the other day. Now it was outdated. I mean, it's really outdated. It's probably outdated probably no, got to be 9 months now outdated or more. Tastes fine. It's in the refrigerator. How many times do you guys look at what your condiments dates are when you go to put them in the refrigerator or whenever you open them in the refrigerator and how long they've been in there? We don't ever pay attention to that kind of stuff. I don't. I just use it till it's gone. They are very tough, very, very tough. And y'all, I don't know if you did it, Teresa, but I'm telling you guys, if y'all don't know Mark and Sarah over Living Traditions, well, I want you to check out their channel. They are doing a giveaway of a Harvest Bright, um, I think it's Harvest Bright, it's called, freeze dryer on Friday, I believe. And all you have to do is go on there and listen to their um, video and leave your comment. Let's see. I tried to, but Duke's and it was $7. I had to buy a cheaper one. I did it. Good girl. So I put in it. I'm praying. I'm praying. I'm praying. I'm praying. I want that freezer so bad. I can't stand it. That's what we do. Probably not the best thing. Yes, I commented on their video. I would love to win that freeze dryer. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, I just can't. I was dumbfounded when they put it up that day. And already whenever I went on there, it was already in I think there was already, and it hadn't been up no time at all. And there was already over 1,500 people or something like that. I haven't looked back to see how many people have gone on to comment on it. But if y'all haven't been over there, Go over there and comment and watch their video. I bought 2 jars of Dukes at couple of months ago for $2 a piece because it was about to go out of date. It's fine. Yeah, they just have to put a date on it because if they didn't do that, the stores would keep things and keep things and keep things, but you wouldn't believe. Now, I personally like Aldi's brand of mayonnaise. I really, really like the regular. It is really good. It was $7 here. Well, $6.59 or something, but no way. Can a mod put a video in the chat for them? Uh yeah, but I can also do that. Mm, but I would have to go off of here to do that. I'd have to go into a different thingy, and I'm not that quick. Some of you people are really fast with your internet thingy. Maybe Teresa or Brenda, if y'all could put that video up, that link, I should say. No way, I won't pay that either, Teresa. It is crazy. I mean, I don't understand. Oh, I got to tell you guys something. Now, this is no, I am not affiliated with these people whatsoever, ever. But I'm telling you, Teresa, don't you laugh because I know what you was thinking. I told her, I said, Teresa, you ain't gonna believe I got stung, and you ain't gonna believe where it's at, and it ain't a nice place either. I got stung by when I brought this in. There was a bee stuck to um this thing, and I want you to know, she got me uh in my thigh, right up close, real high, not too high, but real high, high enough, and it hurt, but I immediately grabbed this and put it on there, and I want you to know that the night that this happened, it immediately took the pain away. The swelling was a little bit that night, about the size of a half a dollar, and it was a little bit swollen to walk. And the next morning I got up, it was gone. It was totally gone. I was so surprised. I had to tell you guys about that. So if you can get these, Walmart sells this, and this is the best doggone bug bite thingy that I've ever used. Let's see here. No way, I won't pay for that either. Uh-oh, what did I see? I missed something. I'm gonna for the mayonnaise. I need to try making the homemade mayonnaise. I want to do that too, Christy, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I have all the stuff to do it with all the time, right here in my kitchen, and I don't know why I haven't made it. Well, they have the video labeled, so it's pretty easy to find. Yeah, it is. When Dixie sold me milk expired 4/11/22. Said sorry, gave me a gift card for 25 because of it. Good for you, Pam. Well, I was 4/11/22. That is way out of date. Well, I was going to guess a bad place. Yeah, I had to YouTube how to make mayonnaise. It's easy once you got it. That was nice of them, Pam. That's great. That is good, Pam. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate you putting that up there. If y'all haven't gotten them or don't know them, Pam, you can go on there too. And anything that you want to do, I don't know if you've ever heard of a freeze dryer, but oh my word, is the bomb diggity bomb. Something that anybody that wants to put up food that stays true to its nutritional value when it's put up, that is a thing to have. I've wanted one for years, but I'll probably never be able to afford them. I'm going to have to try making a lot more stuff from scratch. Yeah, that's me too, Melanie. Our Walmart doesn't carry Chigrex anymore. I'll send you some, Brenda. I will have to pick some of that up. I'm spraying heavy with Repel 49. Well, and I'm telling you, she stung me through my bee suit. So I don't remember where I was at that I got stung over and over and over and again. They were stinging. Uh, where was I at that I was getting hammered over and over and over again? They were hitting my gloves. I think it. I don't remember, but I still had little stingers all over my gloves. I washed them too. I hope to God none of them stingers get off in the washer and end up in my clothes. That would be ugly. I have to go. Dogs need to go out. Have a great night. God bless. Night, Brenda. Love you, girl. I have enjoyed skin issues. I have enjoy skin issues not getting more willing. I didn't quite understand that, Julie. Now, I'm going to tell you something David said to me. You know, people do bee therapy. He did get stung on his thumb. And he said, I wish it was down closer to the this part because it literally made his carpal tunnel so much better when he got stung. So, yeah, that is a possibility, Brenda. You could order it on if you're still on here on thing, but I'm allergic to bees, not call an ambulance allergic, but huge swelling and miserable. I was like that too, Julie, with wasp. I got stung when I was a kid with wasp, and I almost died from it. It was really bad. And from then on, every time I would get stung by wasp, it would be hard to breathe, and they'd have to give me a shot. And it was just really weird. But now I've been stung like twice in the last 6, 7 years, and Neither time it was not bad either time. And man, I'm telling you, one night, one day, when I was over there pulling the weeds and everything, and the dog got over there and made a ruckus around the beehive, and all the rabbits was going crazy, and I got stung so many times by my bees. I mean, I had whelps and stuff like that, but I didn't have really bad reactions. So enough skin tissue issues. Oh, you got enough skin issues. Ah, gotcha. Way out of date. Scary. They put off to the side and send back to vendor. New employee restocked it. Got to be aware. Yeah, can you imagine? Oh my gosh. I hope you didn't drink it. Ugh. I can't that just I have a hard time drinking um milk. When I do my milk, y'all are gonna think I'm crazy. When I do my milk, and me and my girlfriend Sherry was talking about this the other day. Now she gets a mug out of the freezer and pours hers in there. And she said that it frosts up like mine does. But I take my glass and pour it and put it in the freezer. Even if I have a mug and pour it in the mug that's in the freezer, I still put it back in the freezer because I really like it um, icy, kind of like frosted. I don't want ice put in it, but I like the taste of it when it's really icy inside. I know it's weird. You can go to your channel, then history channels, then history, controls, add, permission to customize ads. Sorry, I had to go look it up. I was still listening. Cool. Okay. So I took a picture of that so I know exactly what to do. That was really nice, Teresa. Thank you. That's great you checked on it, Teresa. It is nicer experience you when you have better ads. Yep. Thank you so much for telling us about that. I know there was something else I wanted to talk to you guys and tell you all about too, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, I did want to tell you. I'm wearing my teeth, and I actually can kind of eat with the bottoms in today, which is a first. I have no more pain over here. I got a really big, huge chunk of bone out of the inside where they pulled that last tooth. It came out of the gum, and then now it's a couple days later, and I don't have, it's sore, but I don't have any of that tenderness when I'm trying to really chew. Thank you, Teresa. And y'all need to pray for me because I got the baby tonight, and I'm praying that he does not keep me up all night. He's been keeping Becky up all night. So I told her I will take him because she's going to help David mow on Thursday. And it was just too much chaos. She's helping my son's wife. My son's wife had an accident with their vehicle, so they're having to fix her vehicle so that she can get it back. And make a long story short, my daughter is picking them up every day so that the kids can go to camp, our church camp. And last week, my son took a week off of his business so that he could go and chaperone and drive, do the tours and stuff for the kids. They went out um, every year. My son volunteers to take the kids fishing and stuff like that, and they went deep sea fishing. Him and um, um, Keith Maddox, another fellow in our church. Keith's got a boat, and Brian, of course, has got his charter boat. And Brian took some kids, and Keith took some kids, and they went out deep sea fishing. So I haven't got to talk to my son yet to find out how that went last week, but I know they had a good time. My daughter-in-law said Brian got back and said he had a really good time. Oh, thank you, Susan. Um, yes, Brenda, I haven't hung up yet. Uh, I think it's so neat. You know, it does my heart good that my son would give up a week's worth of business to go and do a church camp so that kids can have fun and know what it feels like to be with other Christian folks. It just really does my heart good. Made biscuits and gravy, and they and I think she meant to say the nephew and friend ate it. Guess it's like buttermilk. When nephew went to drink it, then we realized it was chunky. Oh, oh my goodness gracious. Well, I've often wondered sometimes if that's not what what they used to do in the olden days. Of course, I put vinegar in my milk to make it clabber, so it will be like buttermilk. So I don't know. We need to go fishing again and feed the fish, lol, because all they do is steal here. I'm dying to go fishing, Teresa. I went fishing with my son on Mother's Day. Um, we fished a little bit, but I really didn't catch anything. I mean, um, the kids caught, can't remember what fish they caught. Oh, they caught the little mangrove snappers, and I brought them home and ate them. Good night now that I have grossed everyone out. Prayers for sleep tonight. Baby sleeping. Thank you, thank you. I definitely need that, Pam. I pray he sleeps good tonight and tomorrow night. Becky's so stressed out, y'all. When you're a new mom, well, I know this is her third child, but she's still a new mom. You know, um, her youngest is 5. And she's getting older, so it's hard when that baby keeps you up every single night and you can't function. Good night, all. Have a good night. Thanks again for the company tonight. It was needed. Love you, people. Yep, I'm going to get off here too. You guys have a fantastic night. Sweet dreams, everybody. And God bless. And thanks for letting me rant about my ads and stuff. And you guys have a great evening. Sweet dreams. Bye bye now.